Hello and welcome to the Uncommon Knowledge Hub. In this video, we delve into the rise of BRICS, exploring its economic power, political influence, and the potential for a new world order. I don't think people understand how the balance of power is perpetually shifting, influenced by economic trends, political changes, and social movements. One such alliance that has emerged as a significant force in recent decades is BRICS. This group has garnered attention for its potential to influence global affairs. The acronym BRICS stands for 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Each of these countries brings unique strengths and challenges to the table. Together, these countries represent a substantial portion of the world's population, landmass, and economic output. Their combined GDP and influence are significant on the global stage. The emergence of BRICS has sparked intense debate and speculation about its potential to reshape the global order. Analysts and policymakers are closely watching its development. Some see it as a counterweight to the traditional Western powers, potentially challenging the dominance of groups like the G7. Others view it as a loose alliance of convenience rather than a cohesive bloc, questioning its long-term stability and unity. Nevertheless, the sheer size and economic dynamism of these 5 countries make BRICS a force to be reckoned with on the world stage. Their collaboration could lead to significant shifts in global trade, investment, and political alliances, making the future of BRICS a topic of great interest and importance. The seeds of BRICS were sown in the early 2000s, a time of rapid globalization and shifting economic tides. The world was witnessing unprecedented changes in trade, technology, and international relations, setting the stage for new economic alliances. The term BRIC was coined in 2001 by Jim O'Neill, then chairman of Goldman Sachs Asset Management, to highlight the investment potential of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. O'Neill's insight was based on the observation that these 4 nations were poised to become dominant suppliers of manufactured goods, services, and raw materials by the middle of the 21st century. These countries were experiencing robust economic growth, driven by factors such as favorable demographics, abundant natural resources, and increasing integration into the global economy. Brazil's agricultural exports, Russia's energy resources, India's IT services, and China's manufacturing prowess were all contributing to their rising economic profiles. South Africa joined the group in 2010, adding another continent and a significant emerging market to the mix. This inclusion was strategic, as South Africa's economy was the most developed in Africa, and it served as a gateway to the continent's vast resources and markets. With the inclusion of South Africa, the acronym evolved to BRICS, reflecting the expanded scope and ambition of the group. The BRICS nations began to hold annual summits, where leaders discussed ways to enhance economic cooperation, trade, and investment among their countries. The 5 countries recognized their shared interests in promoting global economic governance reform, advocating for a multipolar world order, and fostering South-South cooperation. They aimed to create a more balanced global economy, where emerging markets had a stronger voice and greater influence in international financial institutions. Through their collaboration, the BRICS nations sought to address common challenges and leverage their collective strengths to drive sustainable development and prosperity. The economic significance of BRICS is undeniable. Together, the 5 countries account for a substantial portion of global GDP, trade, and foreign exchange reserves. China, the world's 2nd largest economy, is the undisputed economic engine of the group, followed by India, which is projected to become the 3rd largest economy by 2030. Brazil and Russia are rich in natural resources, supplying the world with commodities such as oil, gas, iron ore, and agricultural products. South Africa, with its well-developed financial sector and infrastructure, plays a crucial role as a gateway to the African continent. Beyond their economic clout, BRICS countries also wield considerable political influence. They are all members of the G20, the premier forum for international economic cooperation, and hold significant voting power in international organizations such as the United Nations and the World Trade Organization. BRICS countries have used their collective voice to advocate for reforms in global governance, calling for greater representation of developing countries in decision-making processes. They have also championed the concept of a multipolar world order, one in which power is distributed more evenly among different poles rather than concentrated in the hands of a few Western nations. From Yekaterinburg to Johannesburg, a timeline of cooperation. Since their first formal summit in 2009, BRICS countries have held annual meetings to discuss a wide range of issues, including economic cooperation, political coordination, and cultural exchanges. These summits have resulted in several concrete initiatives, such as the establishment of the New Development Bank, or NDB, and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, or CRA. The NDB, headquartered in Shanghai, aims to mobilize resources for infrastructure and sustainable development projects in BRICS and other emerging economies. The CRA, on the other hand, is a mechanism to provide financial stability to member countries facing balance of payment difficulties. A common currency, challenging the dollar's dominance. One of the most ambitious and closely watched initiatives within BRICS is the potential creation of a common currency. The idea, still in its nascent stages, is to reduce reliance on the US dollar in international trade and finance. Proponents of a BRICS currency argue that it would shield member countries from the volatility of the dollar and enhance their economic sovereignty. However, significant challenges remain, including the need for greater economic convergence among member countries and the technical complexities of establishing a new reserve currency. Internal rifts and external pressures. Despite their shared aspirations, BRICS countries also face internal rifts and external pressures that threaten to undermine their unity. Differences in political systems, economic models, and foreign policy priorities have at times created friction within the group. For instance, India and China have a long-standing border dispute that has occasionally flared up into military skirmishes. Moreover, the growing rivalry between the United States and China has cast a shadow over BRICS, with some members feeling pressured to choose sides. The West has also criticized BRICS for its lack of transparency and its perceived challenge to the existing global order. A counterweight to the West? The rise of BRICS has inevitably raised questions about its relationship with the West. Some observers view BRICS as a potential counterweight to the United States and its allies, challenging the West's dominance in global affairs. Others argue that such a characterization is simplistic and misleading, emphasizing that BRICS is not a monolithic bloc united against the West. While BRICS countries may share some common interests, they also have their own individual relationships with Western powers. The future of BRICS. Collaboration or competition? The future of BRICS remains uncertain, shrouded in a fog of possibilities and challenges. Will it evolve into a more cohesive and influential bloc capable of reshaping the global order, standing shoulder to shoulder with other major international alliances? Or will it remain a loose alliance of convenience, struggling to find common ground amidst diverse national interests and priorities? Hampered by internal divisions and external pressures, the path forward is fraught with obstacles. The answer likely lies somewhere in between, a delicate balance of collaboration and competition. BRICS countries have a shared interest in promoting a more multipolar world, one where power is not concentrated in the hands of a few, but distributed more equitably, ensuring that their voices are heard on the global stage and their interests are respected in international forums and negotiations. However, achieving this goal will require overcoming significant challenges both within the group, such as economic disparities and political differences, and in the broader international system, where established powers may resist the rise of new influential players. The world will be watching closely to see whether BRICS can live up to its potential, navigating the complex landscape of global politics and economics. or whether it will become another chapter in the long history of failed attempts at global cooperation, a cautionary tale of what could have been. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment and subscribe for more content like this.